Hi, my name is Shawn Taylor. That's my friend Jesse Lobbs. Welcome to Pokemalarkey. I think it's something like Universal episode 34, America
Yeah,
episode 33, and it is called the Kangaskhan Kid, which is not a spaghetti western, has very little spaghetti western to it, although it sounds like it. But as always, Jesse, before we talk about that episode of Indigo League, how are you? How are you doing? What are you up to, even though I feel like I know the answer? I still want to I want to hear the joy in your voice.
I am still having fun, as Sean knows very well, playing Arceus. I am living for my little Rowlet, my little leaf owl. Um, I am rapidly getting to the point where I'm going to have to choose to evolve him, and I don't know if I can do it because his starter form is so cute. Um, but I will do it if I have to. Also, those Pokemon in the wild are no joke. I do not enjoy Pokemon attacking me. I don't know how I feel about it. It stresses me out just a little bit.
It is a bit more terrifying in this
It
instance,
is.
isn't it?
Have you ever seen a Garchomp look down at you and scream? It's frightening.
Yeah, no, terrified. Absolutely terrified. Jesse, I finally did get it. I've still been kind of riding a
Yay!
high from my last podcaster's news. I've been plotting some trivia. And then also, a couple of friends and I recently had a movie day where we literally spent an entire Saturday eating snacks and watching a variety of 6 movies.
Nice.
And so in a weird way, I'm still recovering from that because it like took a whole day out of my calendar that I expected to have. But it was fantastic. But there was like
That
no
sounds great.
Arceus, no social media, no. We just watched movies and we ate food and we chatted and it was great. I think
What
everybody should
movies?
should do that. It was fantastic.
What movies did you hit up?
Let me think. So we did 007 Skyfall.
Nice.
We did oh my goodness, Angels in the Outfield. The
Classic.
Patriot.
Love it.
Cool Runnings,
Good one.
another animated film that I cannot for the life of me remember. It wasn't like a super popular animated film, but it was an animated film. And what's the other one that I'm missing? There were 6. If I think of it, and I will inevitably think of it at an inconvenient time
Sure.
sometime during this episode, and I will tell you what it is. There were 6 movies, and Shawn enjoyed like 3 of them, probably 3-ish. But
Very fun.
right. It's not that I'm picky. It's just that I don't know how to handle emotions that aren't comedy. So
Yep.
when you get outside of that realm, you lose me a little bit. And yeah, and that was a lot of fun. I recommend everybody do it. Like put your phones away, have a chat, maybe play a game of cards, eat some snacks with some friendos. It was a great time,
That sounds like a lot of fun.
even if there's no Arceus allowed, and that was a little sad. But anyway, Jesse, we've got an episode of Pokemon to talk about. It is 34 worldwide, 33 in America, and it's called the Kangaskhan Kid. And I was wondering if you would take us through that.
Happily. Premiering in the United States on October 22nd, 1998, the Kangaskhan Kid, our fearless league of heroes, are on their way to the Safari Zones, teeming with Pokemon. And because they end up, unbeknownst to them, in the Safari Zone, they walk right into the middle of the jungle. Without knowing they're in a region of it where the Pokemon are protected, Ash attempts to capture Pokemon and is arrested by Jenny. Officer Jenny, who in this part of the world is just a safari ranger rather than a police officer. After talking with Pokemon Ranger Jenny,
You sound a little demeaning when you say that. It's like she's not even a cop.
no, I didn't mean to sound that way. I'm sorry, Jenny. I'm sorry. Um, After chatting with the ranger, Ash is released and he learns that there are Pokemon poachers in the area. Within the area, they stumble upon a young man who leads a pack of Kangaskhan. His name is Tommy, and no one knows the secret of his childhood. While they're going out to take care of this, they come up. A helicopter of 2 adults comes out. They heard a report of their missing child who they lost years ago. They hear he's in the area. Surprise, surprise! That's Tommy. Um, so Ash and his friends and Jimmy go out with Tommy's parents to try to find him. They're out there. They end up trying to convince him to come back home with them, but Tommy can't remember. He just has a rough memory of the family, but Tommy's focused with the Kangaskhan because those are the Pokemon who raised him. They find Team Rocket, who are now piloting a giant Kangaskhan robot.
Which just
just another
how
level of insanity. They defeat Team Rocket like they always do. Team Rocket goes blasting off for help, and the everything blows up, and everyone's afraid that Tommy's actual parents are dead. But they emerge from the twisted debris wearing the exact same loincloth clothes as Tommy, and they reveal that they're going to join Tommy in his Kangaskhan herd, and the family embraces. And Tommy, his parents, and the infant Kangaskhan are all in the Kangaskhan leader's pouch at the end of the episode, which is bizarre. And that is our story of a child lost in the wilderness and his neglectful parents. Shawn, what do you think about this crazy episode?
Neglectful is a really nice way to describe those horrible. You know what? I'll give the mom a little slack, but those horrible pieces of crap. She made her choices. She knows who she married. My first favorite part is just that, like, Ginny arrests them for poaching, right? Serious stuff. People carrying guns, dealing with large sums of money, illegal trade, right? Very serious crimes. And then they're like, hey, we want to help Jenny. And she's like, all right, come along. And then just go with her. I don't know why. I love that so much. And then this is one of those episodes that feels to me like it's way less about like what Ash does or anything, so it's going to be a little hard to sort of poke or congratulate too much. But nothing explicitly wrong. That's mostly the parents, like thinking about the parents the whole way through.
Yep.
Really annoys me because they are, even by cartoon standards, in a place where Ash has like zero father. These people are still bad. Sometimes an absentee father might be better than a present horrible father. I can't decide.
Do you ever think about Ash's father just like leaving one day and being like, I'm going out for some
Cigarettes.
Pokemon balls. I'll be right back.
No, not cigarettes. I think about it.
In the Pokemon world, Shawn, everything's wholesome.
I think about it more than I care to. And then I feel like this was not Team Rocket's best effort either. Like, we come from a few episodes ago where they had like the string shot and they're doing well and they're capturing Pokemon, and now they've so quickly devolved into wild, quirky, hyper expensive machinery.
I think Team Rocket needs to take a serious look at themselves and realize every time they bring in some robot, it's a disaster.
The large robots never pan out, and I think it's because they had to take cheap shortcuts to make them happen. I don't have a lot of feelings. I don't care for the episode a whole lot, just because
I don't either.
It's not particularly funny or memorable or important or anything. It's not that it's bad. It doesn't do a whole lot for me.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't for me either. I don't enjoy really any of it.
No, me neither. Which is to my next point, where I'm just going to jump right into it. If you give Ash a grade, I don't even know what you'd give him. He tries to catch Pokemon because he was told.
Incomplete.
What's that?
I give him an incomplete.
I'll give him a B just for not messing anything up. He goes to this Pokemon place where he's supposed to be able to catch Pokemon and immediately gets arrested, which I feel like is a little misleading and not his fault. It's called
bait and switch.
Little bait and switch, and then I feel a little bad for him. He doesn't do anything else to screw up. He helps stop Team Rocket. He helps find the kid and whatnot. So I'm going to cut him a little slack and say it's a B for mostly non-presence.
All right. I'll agree with you. I'll buy it. I accept.
And that being said, I don't really have anything else to even say about this episode. Even listening to the kid's voice kind of annoys me a little bit.
Whole thing is annoying.
Yeah, not his fault. He was raised by Wild Kangaskhan, but also, how did he learn to talk? Anyway, let's jump into Poke Jason.
Something better. Yes, let's talk about Poke Jason.
I have what I think is a fun poke adjacent this week, Jesse, and I have it. And when I say I have it, I mean somebody wrote in. Somebody's name was Shawn, and he wrote this question and sent it to us and said, "Who are the most annoying or worst? You can pick either one. Most annoying fictional parents. Most annoying fictional parents,
or worst,
or worse. You know, take it wherever you want. Let's rag on fictional parents that we hate."
You need to go first. I'm thinking.
My easy answer. I want a more interesting answer, but my easy answer is Lucius Malfoy. He is an annoying bitch coward, and he's useless and ruins everything, and I hate him. And look at he ruined his whole family, and he's stupid. That's my easy answer for worst. But for most annoying, though, trying to go maybe a route where they shouldn't be, or they're well intentioned but they're bad. In a similar what this episode reminds me of is Jurassic Park 3, when they have to they convince what's his name to go back to the island and hey, we're rich and we just want a closer look or whatever. It's no, it's because you let your stupid boyfriend and your stupid kid go jet ski in there or whatever, and you think he's actually alive, this 12 or 14-year-old kid on an island full of dinosaurs.
Terrible.
So maybe I'll go with them because they're well intentioned, but I hate them. So there we go. Most annoying fictional parents.
I'll say solid contender for the worst category. As you all know, Shawn and his buddy Chris Ford, who do the Avatar podcast, are doing trivia.
Where you're going here.
And they've been thinking about trivia for Comic-Con Kansas City. I'll say Ozai is a very strong contender for worst parent.
He's pretty shitty. That's fair. Did have some son murdery thoughts. That's never good.
Also, maybe in some ways worse than Ozai, the crime boss parent from Korra, who's the father of
what the heck is his name?
Oh.
And he essentially, well, I don't want to spoil it for people. You know what? It's really old, but I'll try not to spoil it. But I cannot think of their damn names.
Unalak.
And Tarlock. But Tonrock is Korra's dad. We're looking for somebody else. We're looking for
Tarlock is
the two bloodbenders.
Tarlock is not Korra's dad. Tarlock is the
Tonrock is Korra's dad. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
I got to find out the crime boss. As soon as we say it, it's the triple threat triads guy, the original one.
Yukone.
Yukone.
Tarlock, and the guy who calls himself Ammons, who is actually Noatok. Their father, Yukone, who taught them bloodbending, is the worst piece of shit parent in Korra.
Yeah, he's pretty terrible.
There we go. I'll keep mine to both Avatar and Korra.
That's very nice of you to wrap those in. I will say that even though Ozai is terrible and Zuko's mom though is relatively nice, she in the comic books does some debatable parenty things. Some hashtag question mark parent things that you might look at and be like, you know what, she could have been a better mom. But you know what, she's in a tough situation, so I'm not going to judge. That's a great answer right there.
Standing side by Ozai makes you look pretty good.
And just because it's hard to go without a Harry Potter reference in an episode, I'll say the Dursleys too. Why not? Oh, I already said Lucius. You know what? They all fit together.
Yep. All terrible.
That's right. Get rid of them all. Jesse, thanks for indulging me in an outrageous Pokemalarkey. No, an outrageous Poke adjacent. The Pokemalarkey episode itself was only mildly outrageous. But thank you, as always. And thank you all for joining us and hanging out. We really appreciate it. We hope that you are A, enjoying some Arceus if you're able, and B, that you'll join us next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.